Evening all. Hope you guys are well. I'll let this soak in for a bit before we get cracking. Yeah. Add a sauce. Need that. Move that. Right, and move that down to there, because ladies and gentlemen, you are looking right at your main event for Unfinished Business, the rematch. Undertaker defending the unified television title against OJJ, except this time it's in Hell in the Cell. It's a Hell in the Cell television championship match. So I'll give it a couple of minutes. Where are we? I'll give it a couple of minutes, 5, maybe 10 minutes or so, 5, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever minutes. So, and then we'll get cracking. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing right now on your TV screens, right now, you are witnessing Unfinished Business. That's right, Unfinished Business, June 25th. And the match is on there right now. Undertaker versus OJJ for the Unified Television Championship. Hello, Joe. For the Unified TV title. That match right there, ladies and gentlemen, is your main event. That is the undisputed main event of the evening. Yes, the undisputed main event of the evening. Also planned, also scheduled for June 25th. It will be Tuberman taking on Hoss for the Unified World Championship. I have got a four-way dance tonight on this episode of GMW that you're about to see. It's the MCW show. I've got a four-way dance tonight, which will go wonders towards who the next challenger is going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship, who will go for Tuberman's world title. It will be, let me have a look. And the match tonight will be, it's going to be the Boss for Mates and Eights versus Goldberg versus Punishment Martinez versus Loco Joe. So it's a four-way dance tonight. Whoever wins takes a big, huge step into going or to claiming the next shot at the World Championship after Unfinished Business, because the next pay-per-view after Unfinished Business is Highway to Hell. And every match in that Highway to Hell, yes, you're getting a Hell in the Cell match at Unfinished Business, but every match at Highway to Hell will be contested inside Hell in the Cell. So every single match that you're going to see at Highway to Hell in July, I believe, in July, every single match you're going to see at Highway to Hell will be inside Hell in the Cell. It's going to be the equivalent of Lockdown from TNA, when TNA used to do Lockdown and do an old cage pay-per-view. So it's going to be the equivalent of that, except it's going to be Hell in the Cell. And yes, when June 25th is over, June 26th, you will be all on the Highway to Hell. So, with that being said, though, like I said, tonight is going to be a rematch. You all saw the mixed tag match on Tuesday. It ended in a draw, Well, tonight's going to be a little different. Yes, you're going to see the rematch. Yes, it's going to be the mixed tag match. It's a mixed tag match tonight. Yes, it's going to be the rematch from Tuesday, except this time it's no disqualifications. There will be a winner in tonight's main event. Guaranteed. Also tonight, guys, I'm a little bit concerned about this. You know what? I'll put it up for you on the screen. If I can do it. There we go. I'll put it up for you on the screen like that. I'm a little bit concerned about this. After dominating the Lobos on Tuesday, the Trailblazers, that's right, Kurt and Nicholas Bishop, will take on two people who I really cannot stand at the moment, along with Azrael. That's right, Mass Terror and Colby Jordan. And whoever wins this will claim an opportunity for the Unified World Tag Team Championships. Also tonight, besides that, you've seen Fatal Four-Way dance, you've seen it, it's right there, blah, blah, blah. Also, Tuberman goes one-on-one with Suicide. Now, Suicide and Toxic claim to have a new leader, or have a leader that's been advising them and guiding them. Who's that? You'll find out later. Well, I'm sure you'll find out either tonight. You might find out next week. I don't know. But apparently Suicide and Toxic claim to have a new leader, if you will. Drowsy, thanks for the host. Hey, OJJ. But yes, apparently Suicide and Toxic claim to have a new leader, a advisor, if you will. Okay? An advisor, if you will. Whatever that means, I don't know. But that's what they claim to do. I don't know. Like I said, we'll find out, I'm sure, in due course. And Tuberman's going to have something to say as well. Yes, I'm a little worried about this, ladies and gentlemen. He beat Maximum Carlos on Tuesday. Undead, thanks for the host. He beat Maximum Carlos on Tuesday. Tonight, he's going to get his championship match. Azrael, one-on-one, yours truly, for the GMW Hardcore Championship. I have a bad feeling about this match, I really do. Anyway, also tonight, considering what happened on Tuesday, it's another rematch. It's Hannibal Black and John Moxley, except this time it's Extreme Rules, which is perfect for them two. Also, the mixed tag match. Yeah, I'm worried, Joe. I'm worried. Also tonight, the mixed tag match, the mixed tag rematch. It is Michelle McCool and an Undertaker, the Unified Television Champion, taking on Lady J and OJJ. And yes, it's going to be a little different than Tuesday because this time it is no disqualification. Also tonight, we have a question that is answered. Because also tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as well, we have an epic co-main event. Or semi-main event, whatever the heck you want to call it. Now, Cat, thanks for the host. I know that won't last. I appreciate the host, Melcat, even though that's probably not going to last because she's going to be streaming soon. I guess, unless I missed something yesterday. But, yeah. Yes. So, the whole thing behind this, let me just put this up again for OJJ because I know he's missed it. That is your main event for June 25th, right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's same shit, different day. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to find out an answer. An answer that I demand to know. And we're going to find it out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, there's going to be an 8-woman tag match. It's 8 women. It is going to be Alicia Cole, Amanda Drake, Mercedes, and Nana teaming up to face the Undisputed Era. Now, Bianca Fish has claimed, since they kicked Alicia Cole out of the group for shaking hands with Amanda Drake, because apparently there's respect there, and apparently the Undisputed Era don't like people showing other people respect and all that shit. It seems the Undisputed Era have got a new leader, so Bianca Fish says. Who is that leader? Guaranteed by the end of this episode you're going to know. Guaranteed by the end of this episode you're going to know. And apparently Bianca Fish says, you are going to be shocked beyond belief. You know, shock the system. Oh, they're shocking the system tonight, trust me. Oh, sweet. So yes, that is going to be the matches tonight. You already know. I've left that up there because I want it to be a surprise. Don't worry, I'm not breaking any surprises. But I've made the changes to hopefully make this work as well. What do I mean by work? I mean work in respects of this. Like not crashing and doing its old usual mumbo jumbo. Also, but I'm going to try it for the 8-man tag, because the 8-man woman tag match, because I kind of want to see the entrances on that. So, if it crashes tonight, guys, don't worry. There's only one hardcore title match. There's only one title match tonight, which will be the hardcore title, and hopefully by then it'll be okay. So, without further ado, I'll get my camera on. There we go. Right, so I'll get the camera on. And ladies and gentlemen, Thursday's edition of GMW is underway. Right. So yes, it's going to be that as well. So it's the 8-woman tag match. So tonight we'll get answers. As well. We'll get plenty of answers tonight. We'll get plenty of answers tonight by the end of this episode. So like I say, guys, June 25th. June 25th is the date. Mark it down in your calendars. That will be the next GMW pay-per-view, or the next GMW big show. But here we go. This is MCW. As part of the GMW production. Time for another episode in the series of GMW. This is Gamesmatter Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Mixer Championship Wrestling. It is here every single Thursday. Tonight is a rematch from Tuesday, except it's a little different because it's no disqualification. Kansas City, let's do this. Right. So yes, tonight is the main event. It is no disqualification, of course. That will be the main event. But we kick off, ladies and germs, with a tag match, which I'm a little worried about, I have to admit. The thought of having Colby Jordan and Mass Terror as tag team champions really scares me. And I'm kind of pulling for the Trailblazers. Yes, the Trailblazers dominated the Little Bulls on Tuesday rather. And, yeah. It was kind of difficult as well. So, yeah, it is what it is. Thank you all for all the hosts, the follows, and the hosts so far. At least I haven't got no followers yet. I have had followers offline, though, which is mostly when I get my followers. But, yeah. Cheers, guys. So, yes. Quite frankly, the fact that Colby Jordan, Mass Terror, and... DJ, thanks for the host. Colby Jordan, Mass Terror, and Asriel. The fact that any of them going to be champions, or could be champions, I don't know. But I will say this, though. Colby Jordan and Mass Terror are on borrowed time. And I've got a little something planned for them. I might not be able to do it at... Unfinished Business. I might be doing it at Unfinished Business, but it might not be the Mafia that takes care of it. It could be something different. So I'm planning a 6-man tag. But their opponents, I'm talking to their opponents at the moment. So I'm going to have to... I'm in negotiations. They are friends of mine, the opponents. But, you know, I'm in negotiations. Because I want somebody to come in and just stick it up there, you know what. Because we can't do it. The Mafia can't do it. Because OJJ is busy at unfinished business. So, you know, it is what it is. OJJ's got his hands full trying to get his TV title back. So, I kind of want somebody, or a team, or whatever, just to come in and beat the hell out of these three. I mean, if the Mafia could do it, the Mafia could do it. So, we'll have to wait and see. So whoever wins this match, it's the Trailblazers versus that guy right there, ladies and gentlemen, Mass Terror and Colby Jordan. So whoever wins this match will go a long way to getting a tag title shot.
Introducing first, from your darkest fear.
Lucky, thanks for the host. You devil. Also, I don't like the fact that there's a potential... I mean, anything's a potential problem, quite frankly. But I also don't like the fact that what I call it could be hardcore champion by the end of the evening, as well. By the way, guys, if you're getting issues with the stream, please refresh. OBS is doing its usual bullshit, or has been doing its usual bullshit this week. But it's going from green to yellow to green to yellow to green to yellow, so it's not going on red or anything like that. So it's a good thing I'm actually doing this today, this episode, because I can keep an eye on it. I survived it yesterday when I did my Red Dead stream as well, which was fandabidozy. So, like I say, guys, just bear with me. I'm going to do this and try and make this as smooth as possible, like I did on Tuesday. But, yeah, it's a good thing I don't play these games as well. So now I can just focus on bringing you the best in professional wrestling and making sure this blasted thing runs smoothly. I am going to go have my tea after this episode of GMW, and then I'll probably go to bed because I'm absolutely shattered. Are we talking? I'm the one who's talking, punk. So, yeah. By the way, guys, like I say, if you have not already, she is absolutely lovely. Spot on lass. And very supportive of me as well, as I am to her. Please go and follow this person, please. I know there's a few of you that have already done it. Some of you might have already done it. And for that, I do appreciate. She's wonderful. Like I said, don't be afraid to get to know her as well a little bit. She plays Apex, she plays Dead by Daylight, she plays Call of Duty. When I first met her, she was playing Sims. So, it makes everything like wonders, really, doesn't it? Because when I first met her, she was playing Sims. So, just goes to show, doesn't it? The Trailblazers, former tag team champions. I hope these two beat the hell out of these. I hope their dominance they showed the Lobos on Tuesday, I hope they do it tonight as well. Will they? Who knows? So, we'll see what happens. What is that dance, man? These two have definitely been watching the Street Profits. Freaking... these two have definitely been watching the Street Profits. Definitely been watching the Street Profits. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Street Profits, even though it's a loaded segue. Apparently, Tuberman is back tomorrow. I saw one of his tweets. Tuberman. Yeah. I mean, look at the... I guess that's how they do the Running Man in the Hood. I'm just saying. But, yes, Tuberman is back tomorrow. From what I've been told. I've seen his tweet. You know. Well, I'm just being honest. But anyway. Right. Yes, obviously Mr. Powerhorse himself, Mass Terror. Starts off. No collar and elbow tie up with Mass Terror. You just, he grabs out and just shoves it down the mat. It's fine. Trailblazers have got to use that quickness they did on Tuesday to the Lobos. And I hope they do that tonight. Although Mass Terror and Colby Jordan are not the Lobos. Because Mass Terror is a pain in the ass. And if you don't believe me, watch LCW. Speaking of LCW, tomorrow is LCW pay-per-view day. Summer Showdown is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Twitch.tv/LocoXJoe or Twitch or Mixer.com/LocoXJoe as well. Because apparently you'll be using the restream still, because he has to restream on here as well, even though he's mainly on Twitch. So, yes, damn Mass Terror indeed. But there you go, guys. Go and give that man a follow as well. I don't know if that's his, what to call it. I don't know if that's his Twitch, his Mixer rather. But because he hadn't streamed in donks, but apparently now he's got his new chair, he's going to come back and try it again. Like I've said to him, guys, this is what I don't get with most streamers, man. If you're going to stream, fine, but find that balance, because you know, Tuberman's a family man and whatever. I think he ends up doing too much. That's why he ends up quitting and packing in and everything like that. You've got to find that balance. He doesn't have to stream 8 hours a day. When you become a streamer, you don't have to stream 8 hours a day. Or 8 hours 3 times a week, or 8 hours twice a week, or whatever. You don't have to do that. Yes, put the hours in, by all means. But you don't have to do that all the time. You know? I mean, my maximum, when I stream, is 3 hours. If I do 3 hours, I'm a happy man. Anything other than that, you know, unless I've got to do something, or unless I can't do what I want to do, and I want to do 2 hours tonight, that's fine. But the maximum is 3 hours, you know, for me. 3 hours of stream. That's how I want to go. 3 hours at the most. If I do anything beyond that, it's a bonus. I have done 8 hours before, playing Ark. You know, I have done 8 hours before playing Ark. But you know, it's mainly 3 hours stream. Because like I've said many times, I do not want to burn myself out doing these streams. If I burn myself out doing these streams, I won't be able to bring you the content. So it's all about providing the best that I can. And doing the best that I can. Right. Hopefully you're enjoying this match as well. I need to find my tank tops, man. My little tank tops. I don't know why it's starting to get hot over here in the UK. I know we're heading towards the summer and everything, or we might be pretty much in the summer. I don't know. What the hell was that? He claws him down, stares at him in the face, and does that thing. Anyways. Choke. I was about to say choke suplex, but it's one of them choke tosses. Yes. Yes, I have downloaded them. That is the downloaded characters, OJJ, that you're getting tonight. That is your fresh downloaded characters, and I re-downloaded Lady J as well. So I have the up-to-date versions of Lady J and yourself as well. Well, at least I think I do, unless, because all you told me was Lady J. That's all you told me, that was Lady J. I've still got the one I used on Tuesday with OJJ. So I might have missed the conversation there when you told me about. If you've told me about the what I call it. When I got your message on Discord, it said Lady J. But I have re-downloaded. Okay, I'll get that for next week then. I'll check it after the show tonight, and I'll get that for next week. Like I say, because all I got on your Discord. Let me check the Discord again. All I got in your message on Discord was both characters. I didn't know. Okay, I just went for Lady J. I missed the both characters part. Not to worry, I'll have it done for next. I'll have it down after the show, and I'll do it for next Tuesday. Yeah. No worries. Like I said, but I got the Lady J one, so the Lady J one is done and dusted. Code breaker. One, please. I'm kicked out. Well before Mass Terror could get in there. In case you're wondering, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I am biased. Okay, I do not like Kobe Jordan, I do not like Mass Terror, and quite frankly, I can't stand As We Are. And these three are a faction here in GMW Power. And they only got together to stick it up me, pretty much. They stick it up my rear end, basically. And maybe the Lobos and everybody else's, but it's mainly me. I ain't stupid. No, I ain't daft. Good power there, Sean. Please tap out. If he'd have tapped out there, that would have made my life. Yeah, watch that claw. Good DDT. Let's say, watch that claw. That claw is too OP when it wants to be released. See? Get in there. Kicked him right in the back of the head to break that up. Yes, that claw is too OP. Speaking of OP, Kobe Jordan. Yes, ref, you work for me. Well delayed. Well delayed on that cover. But the only decent thing you've done. Suplex. So yes, coming up next we have a four-way dance that will go wonders in determining who the next challenger is for the GMW World title. Yes, it's Tuberman defending against Horse at the pay-per-view. Yes, Horse deserves this opportunity. I said to him, if you meet the requirements that I set for you, he wanted an opportunity. I said to him, you meet the requirements that I set for you, meet them requirements, which he has done. You will get a championship match, and he's got a championship match. And plus, some people actually like the idea Horse going one-on-one with Tuberman. They actually think it'll be a decent match. So, I guess we'll find out June 25th. And that match will be for the heavyweight championship of the world, or the unified world title. Oh, Trailblazers. Kobe Jordan and Mass Terror had a long championship match, a long tag match on Tuesday against Jesse and Jonathan Gutierrez. Might be going in for another one tonight with the Trailblazers. Beautiful cold break. Cover that man. Okay, bring him away from Mass Terror, then cover it. Whatever works. 1, 2, and 3. Yes! Mass Terror a little slow to get in there. Doesn't matter to me. The Trailblazers will get a future tag team championship match. When will that be? I'll decide. So, Dumb and Dumber are all for one tonight. So Dumb and Dumber are all for one tonight, so get in. So it's okay, OJJ, we don't have to defend our belts against Colby Jordan and what I call it.
Here are your winners, the Trailblazers.
You know what? If we have to lose the tag titles again, OJJ, I wouldn't mind these two dominating like we have. I wouldn't mind it. You know, I mean, we've dominated the GMW tag team division, and I say we. I'm talking about the Wolfpack Mafia. But I wouldn't be mind if these took the torch from us. They've done it once before, but it was a short reign. They beat me and Goldberg for the tag belts, and then me and OJJ eventually ended up getting them back. So, like I say, I wouldn't mind if they ended up having the dominant run like we have. You know. Won't bother me. Right, four-way dance. Speaking of Wolfpack Mafia, Goldberg's in this. And yes, he's going to take on the boss. It's the boss from Aces and Eights taking on Goldberg, taking on Punishment Martinez. And yes, they'll all be taking on Mr. Loco Joe. Now, nothing is being determined in this matchup yet. But this match will go a long way to determine who the next challenger will be after, or the next challenger will be for Tuberman or Horse. You know, Punishment Martinez has pretty much came up to me and begged me for his rematch. I said, dude, you want your rematch? You're going to have to earn it. I'm sorry. I've made the match for June 25th, dude. I've made the match for June 25th. June 25th, it will be Tuberman defending the World Championship against Horse. So, if you want your rematch, Hotshot, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to earn your stripes, I'm sorry. That's the way it goes. I only give rematches out if people deserve a rematch. And OJJ deserved his rematch. Thank you for the 2000. OJJ deserved his rematch. Because he put up the one-on-one match with him and The Undertaker at Feel the Heat was actually a great match. And that match could have gone either way. But Undertaker managed to get the victory. So he deserves a rematch. And this time, the rematch will be inside Hell in a Cell. So... And yes, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Highway to Hell is in July. That is the next pay-per-view after Unfinished Business. And every single match on that pay-per-view will be inside Hell in a Cell. So guys and girls of GMW, you better get yourselves ready for Highway to Hell after Unfinished Business. Because all matches are inside Hell in a Cell at Highway to Hell. Yes, we're going to have one at Unfinished Business. But every single match is going to be inside Hell in a Cell. So that should be a dandy. Right. Four-way dance. And like I said, guys, it is not a fatal four-way. Because in a fatal four-way, normal rules apply, which is the first one to get the pinfall gets the victory, or pinfall submission gets the victory. But in this one, it's a local gets pinned first, he hits the shower, it becomes a triple threat match, or three-way dance. So it's basically the last man standing out of the four. So whoever wins, and Loco is running high. Yes, he had a bit of a roadblock on Tuesday when he lost the tag match to the Trailblazers. But he's been on a bit of a high lately because at Feel the Heat, this man beat Bret Hart. He made Bret Hart pass out. It wasn't by the Loco lock, he beat him with a sleeper. And got the victory in that dream match as well. So this guy is on a rave of momentum at the moment. Hopefully he can win this matchup and make a claim to have a shot at the GMW title. The World Heavyweight Championship, the Unified World title. He's Punishment Martinez, the former world champion. I bet that's a good ring to all you haters out there that hate this man. Former world champion. He is the former heavyweight champion of the world, former unified TV champion as well. Never been tag champion.
First, from New York, New York, weighing in at 251 pounds, the Punisher, Damian Price.
A guy who in NXT has been up the you-know-what of Finn Balor, apparently. You can say he's known as Damian Price, but in GMW or in LCW, we call him his Ring of Honor name, which was Punishment Martinez. So, because that's where he was more successful at this point of his career, at that point of his career anyway, because he was a former Ring of Honor World Television Champion as well. In GMW, he's a former Unified World Champion, and a former Unified World Champion, and a former Unified Television Champion. And in LCW, from what I remember, correct me on this, Joe, please, apparently, if I remember correctly, he is the LCW Hardcore Champion as well. I'm pretty sure he beat that guy, that Diablo who beat Mass Terror. Former tag team champion is Goldberg. He wants to be world champion, let me tell you. Yes, he is the current LCW Hardcore Champion. And no doubt, I would imagine he'll be defending that belt tomorrow at Summer Showdown.
From Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 270 pounds, Goldberg!
A guy who wants to be GMW World Champion more than anything. He wants to be the World Champion. Yes, he's a former tag team champion, but he wants to be World Champion. He has come close on occasions, but it's always slipped through his fingers. I mean, he had a great chance at King of the Ring. He got the victory over the Goliath at Field of Heat. So, like I said, this four-way will go a long way to determine who's the next challenger, or who's the potential next challenger for that World Championship. Yes. Yes. Ever since I beat Azriel to become four-time LCW Hardcore Champion, with a little help from OJJ, of course. Not that I'm complaining, because Azriel deserved it. I ended up losing, which I was a little pissed off about, I'll be honest with you. I ended up losing the Hardcore title to Mass Terror. Apparently that trend went on. It went to a one-and-done trend. Mass Terror won it, then he lost. Then Martinez, and then that Diablo dude won it, and then he lost. Kind of good. So, we'll see what happens. Nobody's had a steady run yet in the GMW. Green Eye, thanks for the host. Nobody's had a steady run yet at that Hardcore title since its return, quite frankly. Hopefully, I guess we'll find out at the pay-per-view, or the upcoming pay-per-view, in GMW, in LCW rather, that will Martinez still be Hardcore Champion? We'll find out. I'm pretty sure he's got a title match. I don't know. Oh, he's going to defend it in a triple threat match. Thank you for that, Joe. Yes, Punishment Martinez will defend the LCW Hardcore Championship in a triple threat match, which is the equivalent of a three-way dance, but obviously Joe does the triple threat match. I don't, just for the record. Like I said, I like three-way dances better than a triple threat match, just my opinion. Maybe you should start doing that as well, Joe. Three-way dances. I think it's more fun to do a three-way dance than a normal triple threat, or four-way dance than a normal four-way, if you know what I mean. Like I say, it gives people more chances and makes people earn their stripes. But anyway, four-way. Martinez who's got some beef with the boss, because the boss cashed in on the on Martinez to make his match. I believe it was with Joe. I believe Loco Joe, make it a triple threat match. I really don't remember. I believe this is Tuberman and Chris Danger. Okay. So tomorrow, Punishment Martinez will defend the Hardcore Championship against Chris Danger and the Unified World Champion himself, Tuberman. Will Tuberman ever be LCW World Champion? He earned his stripes to get the world title. Let me tell you. And Chris Danger is that YouTuber as well. Yes, but going back to what I was saying, still to come, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, here on GMW, this episode, we have an 8-woman tag match, and we'll find out who this new leader is of the Fallen Disciples. We'll find out who this new leader is of the Undisputed Era, the female Undisputed Era. Who's Bianca Fish being about? We'll find out later. And also the mixed tag match as well. The mixed tag match being the OJJ and Lady J taking on Undertaker and Michelle McCool, except it's a little different than normal. It's a little different than normal. It's a little different than what happened in that as well. But like I say, OJJ, I think we all interested. I know I'm interested. But it seems to me there's not it's not the Undisputed Era that has a new leader. It's not just the Undisputed Era that has a new leader. Apparently, Suicide and Toxic have a new leader, an advisor, if you will. But they haven't given any games away. So before long, I'm probably going to end up demanding who that is. They keep saying it, so I'll give them a couple of weeks, and then I'll probably demand who that'll be. But apparently, there's a new spiritual leader for Toxic and Suicide, who are a tag team, by the way. Who this new leader is, and apparently this person will eventually end up coming to GMW to help them and guide them to where they want to be. And I said I asked them when is he coming to GMW? I said on our terms. That's what they said to me. So we'll find out who that is. I have no idea who that is, by the way, just for the record. Loco outside the referee goes to count that. They really should have 2 referees in this, in my opinion, on these type of matches. It's forced count anyway, isn't it? So I mean, it is forced count anyway. They've got nothing to worry about. So Martinez on Goldberg, Loco on the Boss, and the Boss wants to get a shot at that unified title. He had the Money in the Bank, but he failed. It failed. DDT, beautiful DDT. Martinez on the outside. Martinez went for the cover first. I was going to say Martinez went for the cover first, and the referee goes to count Loco and that, and then Martinez Goldberg kicks out, and then he ends up counting that. Why can't he do that anyway? Instead of just rushing to the outside to count the fall, just do that anyway. Makes it a lot easier. Beautiful drop toe hold move there, and another one from the Boss. Somebody's busted open. I don't know who that was, but I saw the red flash thing. Martinez, Loco getting the hell beat out of him. This is an elimination match. Loco. This is a 4-way dance. One couple. Peps, thanks for the host. So yes, this is a elimination match. Like I say, I do 4-way dances. That's the equivalent of a 4-way dance or 3-way dance. It's elimination rules. Watch ECW. It's what they used to do in ECW. Like I say, I don't mind the triple threat match now and again, or the fatal 4-way match now and again on the odd occasions, but I think it's more better to do the 4-way dances. Makes it a little bit more interesting for me. Martinez with Goldberg on the outside. Loco with the boss. Boss covered. 1, 2, and no. 2.5 count. Ref. Goldberg. Just count in the ring, you dumbass. Oh, my brain. Just count in the ring, you dumb... 1, 2. Boss is eliminated. At least he'd be able to count Goldberg now. God. Yeah, good. It just makes it a little bit more interesting on the match. That's what I think. Like I say, I don't mind the odd triple threat match. I don't mind a fatal 4-way match. But, no, it just makes it more fun. I mean, this one's false count anywhere, so as you can probably tell with the dumbass that is the referee. So I hope in 2K22 if 2K22 eventually, if 2K22 does come out and 2K is still doing the wrestling games, I hope they work on the referee's positioning, man. That needs to happen, man. You need to work on the referee's positioning and the timing as well. It's ludicrously daft. It really is absolutely stupid. It's absolutely daft. It's like, bro, seriously? Judo throw there from Goldberg. And like I say, whoever wins this match will go a long way to claiming a shot or being the next challenger for the World Championship when Horse and Tuberman. To be honest with you, not saying that I don't want Tuberman to win. I tell you what, I mean, Joe, you talk about Tuberman and Horse being a good match. 1, 2, only 2 count. I like the idea of having Horse versus Goldberg. That would be a good match, even for the world title. As well. But I kind of hope that's not the case because, like I say, don't get me wrong, I do like having Tuberman as my world champion. There's that version of the Crossroads that Martinez likes. I kind of don't want Martinez to win. 1, 2, and Loco kicks out. I kind of don't want to give Martinez his rematch. But like I say, if he earns his stripes, I'll give him it. I think it's a question for Martinez is how bad does he want his rematch? That's the thing. He's already been a former unified television champion. I mean, if Martinez had retained the championship, the world title, 1, 2, Martinez gets up. If Martinez had retained that world title, and OJJ beat The Undertaker, which he didn't, unfortunately, but if he had done that, I would have probably made a unification match between them two. And I love the fact that Martinez just got jackhammered on the floor. You managed to kick out with that. Are you out of your mind? Seriously? Loco in the ring. It's smart on Loco just to stay in the ring, man. Smart on Loco's part just to stay in the ring and let them two beat the hell out of each other. Like I say, Loco does not have to break up the pin. Loco does not have to break up the pin. If Goldberg pins Martinez or Martinez pins Goldberg, you know, Loco does not have to break that up. Well, that's fair enough, keeper. I mean, I like AEW, don't get me wrong. I like AEW, don't get me wrong. I love AEW. I like what they stand for. And the thing I like about AEW is it's not PG. But I got love for NXT. I think NXT is the best brand in WWE. I've always said that. Raw, SmackDown, compared to NXT, in my opinion. In my opinion, anyway. But yeah. If it was Raw versus AEW or Raw versus Dynamite or SmackDown versus Dynamite, I think Dynamite would have won hands down. But with AEW and NXT, at least it's more competitive. You know, 1 week AEW wins and the next week NXT can win or whatever. It's pretty difficult to do with the pandemic as well. But, you know, credit to both of them. Credit to both companies for doing what they've done and working with what they've got. Because they've actually been fun. At least I've enjoyed them, at least. MLW, NWA Power, and I love them three as well. I'm not down with the new show that NWA have got. And Joe just kicked out of that. Impact is good. Don't get me wrong. Impact is good. And ROH is ROH. Although it's not as good as it used to be. I don't know what direction ROH is going, quite frankly. Half the time. I know what to call it's the booker on there. Mighty Skull. Last time I checked anyway. After jackhammer on from Goldberg to Loco, 2 and 3. Loco was eliminated. Please let Goldberg beat Martinez. Please. Please. If Loco can't win this match, please let Goldberg beat Martinez. That's all I ask. Anyway. But like I said, if it had been AEW in the Wednesday night, if it had been Raw, SmackDown, other than NXT, I think AEW would be winning hands down. At the moment, right now, they are. Because AEW's done good shows. Say what you want about AEW. It might not be your cup of tea or whatever. But AEW's done great. But at least AEW's not PG. That's the one thing I like about it. AEW not being PG. Because that's what's killing the business, in my opinion. But I understand why wrestling is PG in that respect. But anyway, Impact has been. Yes, it has. It's focused on the wrestling. Yes, it has its storylines and whatever. But it's focused more on the wrestling, which is what they should have done to begin with, before all the bullshit that they had before. This is what they should have done before, but they didn't. But now it's more focused on the wrestling side of it. I don't know who's their world champion because Moose is walking around with the old TNA belt. 1, 2. Moose is walking around with the old TNA world title. And apparently Tessa Blanchard is stuck in Mexico due to this pandemic with the Impact world title. So, God only knows. But, all in all, Impact is good. I don't like the announced team at this moment. I know there's an announced team that, like I said, if AEW, I mean, people were always complaining about that, though. Well, why have the crowd in there? If AEW could do it, why not? I mean, people always say, ooh, NXT, WWE, NXT talents in the crowd. Ooh, wonder where that happened. I wonder who came up with that idea. AEW. Whatever works. I mean, it's amazing what you can get out of 2,000. crowd than the 30-odd thousand crowd, Pete's sake. As long as it works, as long as you're following the proceedings of the whole pandemic and all that, you're fine, do it. You know? Yeah. Jesus Christ. Martinez wins the fatal 4-way. Anyway, it's a bit of a bummer. Yes, Ciampa has an issue with the upcoming NXT talents in the crowd. The up-and-coming NXT... Wow. But again, this is Ciampa we're talking about, I suppose. Like I say, if it could work for AEW... Yeah. It should be more... Well, he has a point on that respects. Right? He has a point on that respects. Joe. Yeah, put the trainees in there. Yeah. You know, and then they can learn. I guess he has a point in that respect. Because what a better way to learn than watch a show, you know. I guess he has a point in that respect. Like Joe said, for fuck's sake. Martinez wins. Shit. Anyway. I guess my problem with AEW is Rhodes. To be honest with you, Creeper, look, I love Cody Rhodes. Let's get that straight right now. Okay? I love Cody Rhodes. Hell of a talent. But this TNT Championship, I'll say this now before I move on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it should be trainees, though. I see Ciampa's point in that respect. It should be trainees, because tremendous way for a trainee to learn its craft as well. Maybe take some notes. Watch it in person. You know, tremendous way. Going back to what Keeper said, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, maybe. I think NWA is getting to that point of being the old WWE or the old WWF in the 90s, but anyway. But you're entitled to your opinion about AEW. I like AEW personally, but I see what you're saying about Rose. Right? I see what you're saying about Rose. Like I say, I love Cody Rose. Don't get me wrong. Great talent. Tremendous talent. But him winning... I saw him winning the TNT title a mile away. But the problem I have with it, it wouldn't surprise me if he created that belt himself. Or if it was his idea to have that TNT title for him to go after, so he can have a belt to go after. Because last time I checked, isn't he banned from fighting for the world title? Even though he's apparently number one in the rankings. In the rankings for the world championship, but he can't have that opportunity for the world championship because the last time he had an AEW world title shot, he got beat by Chris Jericho, and the deal was if he lost to Chris Jericho, which he did, he wouldn't be able to go for the world title again. Whether that was if Chris is still champion or whatever, I don't know. That might be the case. But last time I checked, he was banned from going for the world title. So I agree with you in that respect, so Keeper. It wouldn't surprise me if he created that TNT title just so it's him for a belt that he can go after. You know, it wouldn't surprise me. There's that fucking clapping again. Oh, I've said my piece about the clapping. You already know my feelings about it, so we move on. Anyway, Tuberman one-on-one with Suicide. Let's do this. Like I said, I'm not getting into a debate about that. To be fair though, OJJ, it is the television title. It is their television title. You know, it is TNT. It is their TNT belt. So and Dynamite's on TNT. So boom, TNT. You know, but like I said, it wouldn't surprise me that if Cody came up with either the idea for that belt, or having that belt, or be creating the belt himself just so he can have a belt to go after. It wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I seen Cody Rhodes winning that TNT title a mile away. I even saw it being him and Lance Archer in the final a mile away. Considering what's going on, or considering what went on with Cody and Lance regarding Jake the Snake Roberts. So I saw that a mile away. I really did see that a mile away. Like they should do with, what to call it? Drew McIntyre. Yes, one-on-one. And here we go. Suicide, and yes, Horse and Toxic on the outside. Yeah. I don't know if he'll leave, because at least he's getting his what to call it, his just due that he probably should have got in WWE, but he didn't. So I don't know if he'll leave if he loses the belt, but we'll see. Like I said, anything can happen in wrestling. How do you feel about the design of the? I don't mind it. And by the way, the IWGP US title is currently held by Moxley as well. I don't mind that title, if I'm honest with you. I don't mind that belt at all. And do you know what the irony is about that IWGP US title? Moxley was champion. Right? Moxley was champion. And... Right? Moxley was champion. He lost the belt due to flying issues. Right? Due to flying issues. Basically, New Japan said if he couldn't defend it, you have to strip him. And he came back and beat Lance Archer for it. Which was fucking hilarious. Well played, Tuberman. I'll give you that. Well played. Well played, Tuberman. I'll give you that. Yes, he outsmarted him. And he did that in front of Hoss too. As well. He did that in front of Hoss too. So, well played, Tuberman. Well played. GG. That's why he's the world champion, ladies and gentlemen. He's obviously grown a brain. Yeah. But like I say, that TNT... I've got to admit, though, and this is my opinion of the TNT title, I kind of don't like it. I understand what the belt is and what it represents and everything. It's the design that I don't like. They need something else on it just to make it this. Because at the moment right now, that TNT Championship reminds me of the Raw World Tag Team titles. You know. Yeah. Well, hence the word Junior OJJ. You know, that's why it's probably the size it is. But yeah, belts should be bigger, or big-ish at least. Yeah. Right. I believe Mr. Tuberman is going to call. Out. Mr. Tuberman is going to call out. Mr. Horse. Well, he just basically shoved that match up Horse's you know what, basically, hasn't he? So looks like he's going to gloat, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, guys, I do apologise if this game crashes and everything. But there's one thing I do when this game crashes and whatnot. I do try and make this work for you people. So that's why I bust my ass with this series so much. When you see the bigger guys wearing, it makes it look... Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, like I say. But yeah, that TNT title at the moment, the design of it, I'm like I say, it's a TNT championship. I have seen worse titles. 24/7 title. Yeah, that's what I've gathered as well. That's what I've been... that's what I've come to understand, that it's not finished. But it's a start, at least. But apparently it's not as finished as people are thinking it is. At the moment, right now, to me, in my opinion, it looks like the Raw World Tag Team. It looks like them Raw Tag Team titles, in my opinion. But yeah. Apparently, they are thinking of putting gold on the front of it when it says silver. Apparently, there's some gold on it. Apparently, there has been a picture leaked that it's got gold on it. So I don't know. Like I said, it might be the finished product. It might not be. I don't know. We'll see. So yes, I've got some editing to do after this. I'm also going to be over the weekend. I might be taking Saturday and Sunday off, guys. This weekend. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to sleep on it still. But I am thinking of taking, for this week only at least, taking Saturday and Sunday off. I think I deserve it. So if I do end up streaming on Saturday, it'll probably be a bonus stream. I'm always going to be a fan of the old school design stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it might be the what I call it. It might be Saturday and Sunday off this week because I need a little bit of a time out. And like I said, I promised myself I didn't want to burn myself out. So yeah, and I've busted my ass. And I know if I make partner, or when I make partner, I know for a fact that that schedule is definitely going to change. I've said this many times. That schedule down below will change. GMW and MCW will still be at the same schedule, but it might have to be a little bit different than it is. But we'll see. So, we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. And here it is, Horse picking up where they left off. We'll see what happens though. But I don't want to burn myself out. I appreciate that, OJJ. Like I said, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I mean, I'm actually thinking of taking a week off as well at one point, but just coming on to do Tuesdays and Thursdays and do GMW. As well. I gotta do GMW. You know. I know Joe has his little breaks here and there when he does his shows and everything. I need to talk to Joe as well in respect. I don't know if he's still here or watching this. He's not in my chat according to my Mixer-Up app anyway, but Joe should do you know, he does LCW Mondays and Fridays. Right? I do GMW Tuesdays and Thursdays. He does LCW Mondays and Fridays. And I do GMW Tuesdays and Thursdays because I don't want to compete. I don't want it to feel like I'm competing with him because we're all in the same boat together, me and Joe, when it comes to doing these shows. But on Tuesdays, when I've got a pay-per-view, when it's pay-per-view week in GMW, I do my behind-the-scenes stuff on Tuesdays, and I did one last time before Feel the Heat, which I did the Feel the Heat report, which I'll be doing the Unfinished Business report on the next one, which is June 25th, June 23rd. So, as well. But Joe doesn't do that for his LCW. He should do that for his LCW. You know. Because he does, like I say, he does LCW Mondays and Fridays. Why not do that on Mondays? Because he hasn't been, I don't know if he streamed on Monday. I don't know if he streamed on Monday. But not normally on Monday he does his LCW show, but he didn't do it this week because it's pay-per-view week. So, but maybe he should start doing the behind-the-scenes stuff that I do on the Mondays. It just fills in time. I mean, it's up to him if he likes to have the days off. And prepare in a different way. It is what it is, but you know, that's how I do to keep the schedule going. Because if I have that day off on Tuesday and say, oh, there's no GMW and I do something else, I'm basically fucking up my schedule, really, aren't I? So that's why I do the one that I do, you know, the one that I do. That's why I do what I do. It keeps the schedule going. You know, GMW is Tuesdays and Thursdays. When it's pay-per-view week, it's not on Tuesdays. So, but the behind-the-scenes stuff is. So that's how I keep the thing going. But like I say, it's up to Joe. At least he's open-minded about this match. He believes he can beat Horse. Oh, he's rubbing what he did to Suicide tonight. So that means he's saying that he can outsmart him. Tuberman can outsmart him in that respect. So we'll see. But Horse has been dominant. But the next time these two will face each other in the ring, one-on-one, will be June 25th, where Tuberman defends his World Championship against Horse. Interesting. Very interesting. Right, peeps. Let's go on to this match. Now, this match is for the Hardcore Championship. So if Azrael wins, I will put the Hardcore title on him after this match. Please let me beat him. Please let me beat him. I'll give him his shot. He's earned his shot. As much as I hate to admit it, he's earned his shot. You know, I try and keep it fair here in GMW, even though I hate the son of a... You know. Even though I can't stand him. So, it is what it is, really. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, GMW will be back next Tuesday and Thursday, and not only will GMW be back next Tuesday and Thursday, Red Dead will be back next Wednesday too. I said on Wednesday it was going to get ugly, and boy did it ever get ugly. Here we go, hardcore match. Hardcore title is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Ignore the fact that it's not. Oh my God, this guy makes me sick.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match, making his way to the ring from your darkest fears.
In for my darkest fears.
Weighing in at 260 pounds.
I hate this man with a passion, ladies and gentlemen, unless you haven't noticed that. I'm going to call you Goat, but thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mafia. Zevo the Goat. If I said that right, wow. But anyways, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mafia. Or welcome
And
aboard.
his opponent, representing the NWO
Yep.
Wolfpack, from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 260 pounds, one half of the Superstar
and current hardcore champion,
Anthony Walker.
Whoop-dee-doo. Yes, the boss. The boss, ladies and gents. There's that Blue Thunder Bomb. I hate him. Boot to the midsection. That's right. Wrestle him. I have no idea where I'm at here. Right. Yes, beat the hell out of him. I'm beating the hell out of him. Ha! There's that Russian leg sweep. Oh, hit him. There you go. I'll just beat the hell out of him. And the backstabber. Mistimed the swing there. Ow. False count anywhere in this match as well, guys. Just to be on the record. Hit him. Of course, he hits me. Ow. Well, I am an LCW hardcore champion, so I'm a 4-time LCW hardcore champion, so I should be used to this by now. Hit it. There you go. Oh, I wish he'd run into that ring post. I wish he'd ran into that ring post. I do wish he did ran into that ring post. That would have been hilarious. Pop, drop him. There you are. Oh, going for a cutter move there. Didn't get it. Snapmare. Slow count, ref. 1. Slow movement in positioning. Right. I don't know why I did that, but anyway. Now, I beat this man on this very program in a straight wrestling match. You know? Ow. And then the next day he goes and wins the LCW Hardcore Championship. And there's the roundhouse. Look at him. Kicks, and more kicks. He's going to do the coast-to-coast thing. Pulls him away. Doesn't matter anyway. And I just roll up to the outside. One, two. And yes, as we are, is Hardcore Champion. Damn it. So as we are, is Hardcore Champion. Shit.
Here is your winner, Azrael.
How could a swinging slam like that be so OP? But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Azrael is the Hardcore Champion. We go from one Extreme Rules match to another. It's Hannibal Black against Jon Moxley. And you know what? I might give these two one of these two an opportunity to face Azrael. We'll see. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Azrael is the LCW, the GMW rather, Hardcore Champion. And you can probably tell by the sound of my voice and everything, I'm not happy about that. So now he has held the LCW Hardcore title, and he's also held the GMW Hardcore Championship. Here we go, Hannibal Black and Jon Moxley.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Fallen from the edge of reality. Weighing in at 290 pounds. his opponent from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 223 pounds, John Oxley.
The reigning AEW rather, World Heavyweight Champion. I'm just, yeah, bear with me guys, I'm just trying to think of what match I can put on. What match I can put on for the, in the, hardcore match, because I don't defend the title, I don't defend the belt, like I normally would. I don't defend it like like LCW do, because LCW pretty much that's pretty much their television title, the hardcore title. So, anyway, Hannibal Black. These two had a draw on Tuesday, so I've decided to make this rematch tonight and have these two go at it one-on-one in an Extreme Rules match. No excuses. That kid. Thank you so much for that follow. And yes, Mixer having one of its beautiful moments as always when it comes to followers. That kid and Goat, thank you for the follows. Yes, when Mixer, like I say, Goat followed me there, Mixer didn't register it, but when that kid followed me, it registers, so it registers them both. I don't know why Mixer does that, but anyway. But I'm on 2136. Oh well, 2135 then. Because apparently that kid just unfollowed me. So, anyways. Or maybe he'd follow me on the other one. I don't bloody know. So anyway. Beautiful. I know I promised Hannibal Black a championship match. He might get his wish. He's not going to get the TV title shot, because that's, if he does, it'll be after unfinished business at the most. But I suppose I can give him a hardcore title shot, can't I? Beautiful move there from Moxley. Stomping time! Not clobbering time, stomping time. Yes, stomping time. I said that right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mafia. And for that, I will follow you. I've already followed you. That's fine. Yes, stomping time. Goes inside. Boot. Oh, we ref. That's a body slam. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the answer to the question: who's the new leader of the Undisputed Era? Yeah. Come on, Moxley. Ow. Now leave a mark. Cover. Yes, Moxley wins it. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to do it. Next Tuesday on GMW, I'm going to do it, and it's going to kick off the show next Tuesday. So make sure you're in next Tuesday, 7 o'clock, early doors, to see it happening. Because next Tuesday, I'm going to have Azriel fight Moxley for the hardcore title. Let's see him beat Moxley next week. So John Moxley will get his hardcore championship match. And you know what? Whoever wins that hardcore title match next week, even though I'm not trying to do what LCW is doing and make the hardcore title defend every single week, every single show, but whoever wins that hardcore title match with Azriel and Moxley next week, Hannibal Black can meet him on MCW as well. There you go. Yeah. So next week, Azriel, Moxley for the hardcore title on Tuesday, and it's going to kick off the show as well. It's going to kick off the show. That is your opener next Tuesday. Moxley, Azriel, hardcore championship next Tuesday. So there we go. So that's the redo, the rundown at the moment. Yes, Azriel is unfortunately the hardcore champion. I'm still pissed off at that. And as you clearly saw there, Hannibal Black taking on Moxley. So, little reminder, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Ladies and germs. Unfinished Business, June 25th, right here on this very channel that you are watching right now, or you are seeing, or you are on. It is Unfinished Business, June 25th, and that is your ultimate main event. It will be, one more time, The Undertaker, this time defending the Unified Television Championship against OJJ, and it's going to be contested in the confines of a Hell in a Cell. So, Hell in a Cell, Unfinished Business, June 25th, Unified Television title will be at stake. And I cannot wait. Also, at Unfinished Business, as well, it will be the World Heavyweight Championship. Tuberman defending against Horse as well. And yes, I would imagine Punishment Martinez will be waiting in the wings for that. Because as you clearly saw earlier on tonight, Punishment Martinez managed to get a victory in that four-way dance that I did, which will determine who will go on to face the world champion at some point. And yes, unfortunately, Martinez continues his role, and he's definitely bounced back tonight, which I'm very, very sad to say. But in any event, so bear with me, guys, while we get ready for the next match. But that is going to be your main event, June 25th. The Unified Television Championship will be at stake. It will be Undertaker one more time, defending this time against OJJ. GMW presents Unfinished Business, June 25th. Also association with MCW as well. So there you go. So this should be a good one. Now, ladies and germs, boys and girls, children of all ages, who is this new leader? We're about to find out. Oh my God. Oh no. She's done it. Oh shit. Guys, I think we know who the leader is. There's Bianca Fish, Kelly O'Reilly, and Strong, Riley Strong. Have a look who's next to them. Their new leader. Oh. Their new leader is next to them. Where's that flaming thing gone? Their new leader is next to them. Colleen Masters. So Colleen Masters is the new leader of the Undisputed Era. What a joy. Yeah. People are getting thrown off building. That Money in the Bank match, and this is my opinion, it was good, but it wasn't as good as the Boneyard match. The Boneyard match was excellent, in my opinion. The Boneyard match was excellent. Excellent, in my view. I have an idea, ladies and gentlemen, of how we can save the main event as well. I have an idea, just to let you know. Should things go tits up, I have an idea of how to save the main event. So either way, you're going to get that mixed tag main event. I'm just saying. What's that there? But I really like the Boneyard match. And that Stadium Stampede they did at Double or Nothing was actually pretty good as well. People ranting and raving about it, saying it was great and everything. It wasn't as good as a Boneyard match, but it was good. But you've got to give credit to AEW and WWE. Yeah, you've got to give credit to AEW and WWE for making good use of what they have to work with, or what they've had to work with during this pandemic. You've got to give them credit. It just goes to show, with or without a crowd, they would prefer a crowd, but with or without a crowd, they can put on a good show. Because everybody thought that WrestleMania was going to be a fail. I did. I'll be honest with you right now, straight up. I thought this was going to be a fail. It wasn't. Yes, it was predictable. Bits of it was predictable. And like I say, it wasn't the worst WrestleMania, but it wasn't the greatest WrestleMania ever. But it was entertaining. It entertained me. And they did good with what they had to work with as well. Well, AEW's only been around a year, Tyler. Let's not get like that first. But I do hope, speaking of AEW versus WWE, apparently WWE 2K Battlegrounds is, as well, from what I've heard, and from what I've seen, is going to be crossplay. They need to do that as well. That's one thing they need to bring into WWE 2K games in the future. Crossplay. That's what they need to do, in my opinion. They need to bring that into WWE as well. Because like I've said many, many times, and I think I said this on Tuesday as well. I hope you guys can hear me as well. I'm just going to go put the light on. I said this on Tuesday as well, guys. WWE, and I'm not necessarily saying when I say crossplay, okay? Not necessarily saying if you're playing against each other and you want to play, you're on PS4 and you want to play somebody from the Xbox, that kind of thing. What they should do in terms of crossplay is bring it in to community creations, because I download a lot of my characters that you see on here are downloaded from the community creations, right? A lot of my characters are downloaded from the community creations, and you see these great, and some of them, and a majority of them are great. A lot of them are great, you know. But then you go and watch these YouTube videos and see the Xbox versions of these characters, you know, of the community creations as well. And you think, being on PS4, you think, you want to be able to download. You want to download that, and then you realise it's on Xbox and you haven't got it on Xbox. You know, can you imagine if they allowed that for that, and you could have Xbox players? I could have Xbox people as part of this. You know. WWE, I'd say more WWE All-Stars. I wouldn't say Fortnite on that one, Tyler. I'd say All-Stars. If you go back and find, look up WWE All-Stars. That's what that is, in my opinion. The equivalent of that. It's basically WWE 2K Battlegrounds. I call it WWE All-Stars 2. If you don't know what All-Stars is, look it up on YouTube. As well. So, yeah. By the way, I didn't give him a shout out because he hosted me, but I will do. I didn't give him a shout out because he hosted me. I don't know if he's in the chat still or whatever, but anyway, he did it to me last night, so I'll do it to him. I'll give him a type of favour. Please go and follow that guy, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already. Fellow FOG member. I've been too busy wrapped up trying to get this to work. That's why I forgot mostly the followers, the shout-outs. So, like I say, if you haven't followed him, guys, go and follow him. Follow FOG member. LA Tanklet. Tanklet. Thank you for that. Oh, the best. But yes, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the madness that is GMW tonight. I appreciate everybody who's dropped by, said hi and everything as well. I do have a lot of editing to do after this episode, which I will get onto as well the minute I'm done. Like I say, what you've seen tonight on the stream, ladies and gentlemen, you will not see on YouTube. It's an edited version on YouTube. You won't see that. So, well, hey, it's live, guys. What can you do? But the good thing about streaming through OBS, ladies and gentlemen, if these crashes that have happened tonight, if this had happened me streaming through the console, I'd have been taken off there. I'd have been taken off there. So that's the beauty of not streaming through console and streaming through OBS. Because I'd have been taken off there if that was the case. One time you could not get to... Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the that as well. I am trying to add new alerts as well. I'm thinking of doing like these sound like I'll give you an example. These sound commands that I've got here. Let's see. Sound. There we go. Commands. These sound commands here that I've got here. You're more than welcome to use them, by the way. I want to add wrestling sound commands as well. So you're getting them ones as well, but I'll be also adding some wrestling ones as well. So the only thing is, I don't know which ones to use yet. I've got a bunch of them in my head, but I'll probably add them. So yeah, what it is what it is. Yeah, I don't get that, Tyler, to be honest with you. Some light things, I mean, even when the wrestlers do that, they like turn into something out of Mortal Kombat. I don't get that. I try to avoid that. It is ridiculous. I don't know what I'm playing tomorrow, guys. I might be doing my stream a little bit earlier than planned than I normally would do, as well, depending on what the mood is tomorrow. I might be doing my stream normally earlier than I normally would, as well. But we'll have to wait and see. So normally I do my streams, as you know, late at night time. I might not be tomorrow, because I might be having the weekend off as well. Tuesday, I might be having Saturday and Sunday off from streaming, and I'll be back on Monday. But I might take Saturday and Sunday off from streaming and then come back on Monday. And if I'm going to do that, I'll probably want to I'll try and make it as long as possible. And just relax, pretty much. I will be doing some stream work offline, and if I do stream on Saturday, if I do take the day off, and I do stream on Saturday, And I do stream on Saturday. It'll probably be a bonus stream. So. June 25th, Tyler. June 25th. These episodes of GMW, Tuesdays and Thursdays on here. Tyler, thanks for the follow. It will take place June 25th. Appreciate that. So if you want, like I say, if you want to be a part of it, June 25th, mark it down in your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. Unfinished business. GMW presents Unfinished Business. And that's when it will happen, June 25th. Don't worry, guys, if you can't be here for the stream. Replays of GMW episodes will be on my YouTube channel. All the information you need is down below in the description here on Mixer. So get yourself down there and have a look as well. No worries. Glad you're interested. Good to know you're interested. Because it will take place. And also as well, Feel the Heat. Check out Feel the Heat because that's when this upcoming match between the Black Fiend, as you put it, OJJ and Undertaker is a rematch from Feel the Heat as well. So it's a rematch from Feel the Heat. So, but it will be the main event of the pay-per-view, Unfinished Business, June 25th. So, like I said, mark it down in your calendars. And June 23rd, I will be creating the show, or creating the arena that I'll be using for the show, and doing all my behind-the-scenes stuff as well. And also, I'll be doing the Unfinished Business report, like I did with the Feel the Heat report. The only thing is, though, I don't know what song I'm going to be using as the theme song. I use Robert Palmer's Some Like It Hot for the Feel the Heat pay-per-view. Fucked if I know what I'm going to be using for the Unfinished Business one. And Undisputed Era with their new leader get the victory. Fucked if I know what I'm going to be using for the Unfinished Business one. Yeah. If you get WWE 2K20, you definitely want the Bump in the Night DLC because you want the Fiend. You want to be able to play as the Fiend. If you've got this game and you haven't got the Bump in the Night DLC, I feel sorry for you. You gotta have the Fiend. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Undisputed Era, and yes, don't adjust your TV sets, ladies and gentlemen. That is Colleen Masters. She is the newest member of the Undisputed Era, their new leader. Good God Almighty. Yes. Yes, let him in indeed. Hopefully they'll be both in. But there you go, guys. One more time as well. One more time. Just a little promotion as well. If you're interested in Red Dead Redemption and you like Red Dead Redemption, I do that every week on Wednesdays. Like I said, it's all down below in the description box. I do that every Wednesday down below in the description box. It's actually tremendous to do this game. It really is. And I was saying to some people earlier on today, the fact that I do it once a week on a Wednesdays, and I will be doing it on the Wednesdays until I complete the game. That's when the series will end, when I complete the game. And then after that, I'll probably move on to something else as well. Another playthrough. I don't know, maybe Spider-Man, maybe GTA, whatever you guys fancy. You know, might be doing something that I haven't done yet. I've got an Assassin's Creed game that I might want to play. Like I say, it's up to you though. But playing this game, I played it on the PS4. I played it on the Xbox. I'm actually considering doing this series again, except this time do it in first person. You know, do it in first person. I do play a lot. You might see Red Dead Redemption not on the Wednesdays, on a different day, because that's when I'll be playing online as well. Because I do like to play online as well. But I do the Red Dead Redemption on the Wednesdays for the story mode. Because like I say, I've done it on the PS4. I've never got the opportunity to do it on the Xbox. I did start it on the Xbox, but so many things got in the way, you know, in my life, and it took me away from it. And if I'm honest with you, I kind of forgot about it too. So it is what it is. And yeah, hopefully before long, it'll work. And like I say, hopefully I can get through it as well, which is the best thing to do. So we have to wait and see in that respect. Right, just let me check this mixed tag match, guys. Because you're getting your main event. No. Yes, 2K has fucked up this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to get your main event for this episode, which is the mixed tag match. Just bear with me, guys. Do you have the 2K? Yes. I always, Tyler, I always get, when I get WWE games, like 2K games, for example, I usually end up getting the season pass with it as well. I usually end up getting the season pass with it. Quit match as well. I usually just end up getting the season pass. Because even if I just go out and get the game and bring the game home, at times I brought the game home and I just end up getting the season pass anyway. So I thought to myself, you know, why bother do that? You know? Just get the season pass. You know, like that. You know, just get the season pass with the damn game. So, yes, it might cost you an arm and a leg, but it's worth it. Because at least you've got the season pass and you can get the DLCs. So, you know. So, you know, at least you can get the season pass with the DLCs. You know, it's that way. So bear with me a second, guys, while I get you. You're going to get your main event. I just have to sort some things out because the crashing has fucked everything up. So let me get out of here. We go to here. We go to here. And then we go to custom matches. We go to no DQ. We go and do this. Oh, I need to do something first before I do anything else as well. So bear with me, guys. We're setting up for the main event now. Where's that roster? Title management. So yeah. So now we go on to this custom matches, mixed tag match. Right. MCW Arena. Right, peeps. Here we go with your main event of the evening. Yes, this is not on universe mode. I've had to do it on another thing, but like I say, guys, you're going to get your main event. This is your main event, the mixed tag match. Like I say, I've got a shitload of editing to do, but it is what it is. And like I say, guys, it's live here in GMW. Anything can happen. Whatever. But like I say, I do my best to work around this stuff, these issues. So, there you go. You're getting your advertised main event tonight. This is your advertised main event for the MCW episode. This is Undertaker, Michelle McCool taking on Lady J and OJJ. And yes, OJJ as well, the Black Fiend, as Tyler put it there. You will be the Fiend character going into your match at when you have your match at June 25th. You will be the Fiend character. So it won't be Undertaker versus OJJ like the character from Feel the Heat. It'll be your Fiend character as well. And like I say, hopefully the plan will come when we find out who Suicide is. Because there's a lot of rumors with their Suicide and Toxic and who their boss is, or their advisor is. So there's a lot of rumors going around on that. But here we go. Mixed tag match. Your advertised main event. Michelle McCool. Kansas City. Hope you've enjoyed MCW tonight. Yes, there's been a lot of technical issues, but please bear with me. Like I say, guys, this is no disqualification as well. The match on Tuesday ended in a double count-out. This is no disqualification. I need to go and bring that fan in. Don't know why my room's getting hot lately, but maybe because it's the weather outside, but... Unified Television Champion.
Weighing in at 330 pounds, one half of
The Undertaker. Wearing the Unified Television title belt. Right around his missus. We never thought the WWE legend himself would be the Unified TV Champion. Don't forget, guys, he will defend that belt that you're seeing around his waist. He will defend that title June 25th. There's Undertaker and Michelle McCool waiting on their opponents. And here they are.
And from Virginia Beach, Virginia, Vivacious Jesse.
Lady J. And that creep. Yeah, I know, I was about to say that, yeah. No, ED, thanks for the host. I was about to say that myself. And here comes OJJ. And yes, he's left the Unified TV, he's left the Unified Tag Team title backstage. It's not about that Unified Tag Team belt tonight. He wants this match. The only belt that this man has the eye on at the moment is that TV belt. He wants his belt back. He wants that belt back. Like I said. But he is one half of the Unified Tag Team Championship, Tag Team Champions. He wants that TV title back. So tonight he's decided to give the tag belt a night off. He's decided to give the tag team belt the night off. Pretty much. Yes. Back to 2 belts. After next month. 2.5 thanks for the host. The other host. Evening, Nutty. Hope you're well, sir. Give you a shout out, my man. There you go. Give him a shout out. Right, this is your main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, of this episode, of this clumsy episode of GMW this week, due to the game being completely a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. You know, like I said, 2K and its bullshit doesn't stop me from bringing you the best wrestling that I can bring you each and every Tuesday and Thursday. You know, I try to bring you the best that I can bring you. Lady J, these two leaving, you know, had a great match, believe it or not, at the Feel the Heat pay-per-view. Lady J gets a 1 count. And I will put the belt on Azrael at the end of this match as well. That's one thing I'll do before I leave the stream today. Appreciate everybody who's came in, stuck it out with me and everything like that. It's much appreciated. Appreciate all the follows, all the hosts, all the lurks. It is very much appreciated indeed. It has been a bit of a mess tonight, this episode, but like I say, we work around it. I work around it. I try to do the right thing and work around it to give you the best that I can bring you, or bring you the best that I can bring you. That's what I do each and every Tuesday and Thursday. Sometimes it's perfect, sometimes it's not. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably wondering what the fuck I'm talking about. Well, it's edited out. If you want to go and see the live stream, my link is down below for my channel in the description box. But this is your main event. It's coming up to 9:25 my time. So I'll bust my ass to getting this out tonight, the show out tonight. But that's what I've said many, many times, guys. WWE 2K20 was a clusterfuck the minute it walked out. And like I say, guys, as well, it's men versus men in mixed tag match, women versus women. So if somebody tags out, the male has to come in whether they like it or not. So it's male versus males, women versus women. Just to let you know. As well. And it's different than Monday because it's no disqualification and no count out. So this could go on all night. That is a Kinshasa. Or version of the Kinshasa. So now Lady J gets tagged back in and she has to come back in, and Michelle McCool has to come back in as well to fight Lady J, whether she likes it or not. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I work around it, and like I said, like I've said many times, and I said it during this episode as well. If you watch it on the YouTube channel or watch it on the live stream, this game 2K20 is probably one of many reasons, but one of the main reasons why we're not getting 2K21 this year. Because when this game first came out, it was not finished. It was a mess, pretty much. And like I said, credit to 2K, they admitted it at least. They could have avoided it or whatever, but they didn't. They stood up and they owned up and everything. So hopefully when 2K22 eventually drops, which will be next year probably, hopefully they would have got it right. Like I said, we're getting 2K Battlegrounds this year, which I'm not looking forward to, quite frankly. I'm going to be in no rush to get that game. There's no doubt about that. I'm definitely going to be in no rush to get that game. If I do get it, it'll probably be at Christmas. But hopefully the PS5 and Xboxes, the new Xboxes will be out by then as well. And hopefully I'll be parted by then. Anyway, you know, not to toot my own horn, but toot. But yeah, like I said, I won't be in a rush to get it this year. So like I've said many times with local as well. we've basically saved some money this year. Because normally I'd be saving the money up to go and get 2K Battlegrounds. To go and get 2K Battlegrounds. I'm in no rush to get that. If I manage to get it for cheap, I might get it. If I'm going to get a game this year, at that time, instead of WWE, I'm probably going to end up getting the Tony Hawk's games. I might get Mafia for my birthday. The Mafia games for my birthday. Unless I'm able to get them myself, which I do. Which is why I want to be partnered with you, because I want to be able to get stuff for this channel myself. I want to be able to put my own words in. That is a Styles Clash I've just seen there. Which is what she used to do anyway. Too, when apparently she kicked out. Either that or OJJ broke it up. I don't know, but it was a kick out nonetheless. Well, that's what I want to do. I want to put my own. I want to do my own thing. I want to be my own man. I don't want to be going out and everything. And like I say, it's all about balancing my life. If I become partner, every bullshit that I've gone through in my lifetime in terms of getting a job and everything will be over. And I can balance this, and I can balance my part-time job as well, the butter. Because I don't plan on leaving that yet. But that's the dream. And hopefully you guys will make it come true for me. As well. Which you already have done anyway. You've got me past 2K followers. So, I guess it's up to me now to get the partnership. But you guys have done the hard part for me. And that's get me to 2K followers. So, the next step for me is the what do I call it? The partnership. And I was discussing that with my therapist today as well. Because I'm not going to lie to you guys, I am nervous getting partnership. I am nervous going for it. And like I say, I'm nearly pretty much not far off halfway to 2,200 followers. But I'm pretty much a little intimidated in respects of applying for it. Because there's a lot of people that have applied for it, failed, and applied again, and failed, and applied again, and maybe got it. I kind of don't want to go through that. But there's also a part of me that wants to apply for it just to see what Mixer says. And if they say anything and I need to improve on anything, then at least I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. But from looking at the requirements, because I was talking about this the other day with somebody as well, one of my mods. Looking at the requirements of partnership and comparing the requirements that they're asking for to what I've done so far, I think I'm pretty much good. But like I say, it's not a guarantee. Partnership's not a guarantee. And I said this yesterday as well. In my opinion, it's more. I think it's a better chance on Mixer to get partnership than it is on Twitch, but that's just, like I say, that's just my opinion, because I think Mixer is more lenient. I have no idea what the recommended followers are, if there is a recommended followers for partnership on Twitch, but I think it's a little bit lenient, more lenient here on Mixer than it is on Twitch, but anyway. But like I say, that's just my opinion. Tell you what, Undertaker's meeting OJJ move for move and punch for punch. I think OJJ is trying to go for that a clothesline from hell. But he's not going to do it now because what I call it. Hairless Cube 19, thank you. Hello to you. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you. And these two have still got some issues to solve as well, because Michelle McCool's not happy with Lady J for beating her at Feel the Heat. If you are new around here, guys, don't be afraid to hit that follow button. There's plenty more where this came from. Like I say, guys, without you, I appreciate my followers. And like I say, if you want to be a part of this and you want to play games with me and chill with me, get to know me a little bit more as well. Oh! Wow, they reversed that. That was a double Kinshasa, but they reversed it. If you want to play the games with me, or maybe come into my lobbies, open lobbies, if I do open lobbies, which I will be doing open lobbies. I will be giving back to my audience. And Undertaker beats OJJ yet again. And like I say, at least we got a winner this time around. But if you want to be in my open lobbies, the only thing I recommend you do is be respectful. But that's a different matter. You have to follow the channel. I don't play with non-followers. follow the channel, and come on board. If you don't, you know, it is what it is. I haven't been able to do that yet because I've been focused on getting 2K followers, but I do want to pick a day so I can play with followers. Because a lot of streamers that I know play with followers, and they pick that day to play with followers. And I want to do that as well. But like I say, it's not as easy as it's alright me saying it, it's not as easy as we make it out to be. So there you have it, guys. Michelle McCool and Undertaker get the victory in this mixed tag match, which was your main event of this mess that was LCW, but at least we got through it. Right. Let me do one more thing, ladies and gentlemen, just to make sure everything is theirs. You know, just to make sure everything is fair. Let me do one more thing, and like I say, I'll leave it on here just so it's evidence. You know, just to give you the evidence, just so I'm not screwing anybody or robbing anybody out of anything. Nothing's been my fault tonight, but like I say, S-Line Jackson, thank you for the post. Like I say, nothing's been easy tonight. But before I end this stream, allow me to show you this. This is what I'm going to be doing. Hey, what up, man? Just let me end this thing first. Just let me do all this. Hang on. Let me give you a shout out. Anyways. S-Line Jackson. There's your shout out as well. Just let me do this, and just to make sure everything is fair. Make sure everything is fair, and I'm not robbing anybody. Championships there. It's still got me as the champion, but it's not going to be for long. Because yes, as much as it pains me to do this, that's the champion. Because the match today, the hardcore title match, was scheduled to be the match between me and Asriel was scheduled to be a hardcore title match, but with all the crashing, it kind of messed it all up. But there you go. Right there. It's fair. Asriel beat me. He is now the new hardcore champion. So, up yours, 2K. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps this up for me. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, and thank you so much for hanging with me as well. All the shout-outs that I've got in, make sure you follow them, each and every one of them, as well. Thank you, Jackson, for popping in as well. Is that Undertaker character from Community Creation? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is American Badass attire, the one, or supposedly the one in 2020 that he had at WrestleMania. I thought I'd keep it up to date first. I mean, I could have went and got his American Badass that's already in the game, but I thought I'd keep it up to date at least. Keep it real in that. I mean, it is the American Badass from the WWE, the WrestleMania American Badass. Yes, well, like I said, JJ, like you said up there, they'll get theirs. They'll have their day. They're having their fun now. They might get their day. But like I say, will Undertaker be able to do that inside Hell in a Cell? Find out June 25th. But anyway, guys, I will be back tomorrow. It is a random day tomorrow. I probably will be back earlier than planned. So if you follow the channel, make sure you've got your notifications on so you know when I'm going live, even though Mixer's notifications is a mess. But like I say, it'll be earlier probably than I normally would do, due to the fact that I'm planning on having Saturday and Sunday off this week, due to my, due to stopping not getting burned out. But big thank you to S-Line Jackson, who is not formerly known as Pro Kid, for popping in and giving me that host. I appreciate you. Please go and follow that guy, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already. He's there. He's one of my mods, but he's working on his own stuff as well. So he's a good dude, really good dude. Well, like I say, guys, I will be back tomorrow. What I'm playing tomorrow, I don't know. I might be back on NBA again. I might jump back on NBA again. We don't know. Like I said, it all depends. I might even do some Red Dead. I might even do some Red Dead Online. But it'll be earlier than normal. I have no idea what time. Might be 5 o'clock. But I'll try and get on for about 4 o'clock my time as well, just to make it a little bit longer. Or longer than normal. So, like I say, just get yourselves in. If you are around, please feel free to drop by and say hi. It's normally that I would do, but like I say, I'm planning on having the weekend off. It all depends what I feel like when I wake up in the morning. So, yeah, it's probably going to be early than normal, guys, unless I'm doing something, but it's probably going to be early than normal tomorrow stream, so I hope to see you tomorrow. Like I say, just pop by and say hi. Be much appreciated. And I will be back tomorrow. What I'm doing tomorrow, I don't know. You have to tune in to find out, because even I don't know. So enjoy the rest of your day, week. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for this as well. Yes, Colleen Masters is the new leader of the Undisputed Era. That's a sentence you never thought I'd say, right? See you tomorrow. And there'll be more of this GMW next Tuesday and Thursday. Same time, same place, right here on the channel. Thank you to OJJ. Thank you to Westline Jackson. Thank you to Nutty D. Thank you to everybody who's came in. I love your faces. You guys are making this dream possible. I love every one of you. You're loyal to me. I'm always loyal to you. Peace out, y'all.